Shalom, shalom. All praise be to Yahweh, Shemshah, B'Shem Kakadash, the honest elders and apostles of great most and well. Shalom, shalom. Yeah, shalom. Part 4. This is basically on what the neighbor said, Danny, who's basically saying America has made a lot of enemies, which they have, and this is scriptural, man. America, which is Babylon the Great, has made a lot of enemies, and also the notes were basically saying destruction to Babylon, man. Babylon the Great. Yeah. Which Babylon the Great is America. Yeah, so let me get some scriptures. Yeah, he was pointing out Russia, China, Korea, Iran. Yeah. So this is the spirit of Esau. This is Esau's blessing. This is Genesis 27. It goes straight into the point. Verse 39. And Isaac his father answered, this is between Jacob and Esau, you know, the birthright. Yeah, and this is Esau's birthright. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above. Meaning what? The Edomites, which are the so-called white people, should have the best of everything. Yeah, they will own the world. The fatness of the earth. Yeah, they will own the world. Yeah, verse 40. And it shows you how they will live and how they will own the world. Verse 40. And by thy sword shall thou live. Yeah, by thy sword shall thou live. Meaning what? You're going to be living through bloodshed, living through violence. Yeah, living through killing, raping, and robbery. The violent man. Yeah. You came to America, slaughtered the Native Americans, Gad, and other tribes. You know, Gatling gun, war. You know, you just bring you always bring war with you, basically. Yeah. You got your CIA everywhere. You got your American military everywhere. Yeah. If you do a Google search and shows you how much military bases America has, you're basically everywhere, every continent, man. Over 200, I believe. And that's more than Great Britain, France, and Russia combined. Yeah? That's how you're going to live. Through the sword. This is Isaiah 14. Start from verse 4. But thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, America, and say, how have the oppressor seized the golden city seized? The golden city, the great city, which is Babylon the Great, America, man. Yeah, and this is prophetic. Yeah. However, America, as you can see, is on a downfall, is on a decline. The Lord have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. What does the staff and scepter represent? It symbolizes power. That's what kings have. You know, ancient kings had scepters and staffs, which is a sign or symbolic to power and authority. Yeah, so the authority of America, the Edomites of America, is going down. He who smote the people in wrath in continued stroke. Yeah. So America has been bombarding, literally, and destroying nations and people, the world, continually. The whole world is suffering under the authority and wickedness of Esau. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth. Yeah. So of course you made, as Danny says, America has made a lot of enemies. Yeah. Ruled nations in anger. Yeah, but guess what? People are going to be pointing the fingers. People are going to be persecuting America, man. And it says, behold, earth is at rest and is quiet, they break forth into singing. This is prophetic, you know. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon sing, since thou art laid down, no fellow is come up against us. Yeah, and that's referring to the people, man. Yeah, once America is done away with and destroyed, you know, the earth is going to start its healing and rest process, man. And be glad that you Edomites have been destroyed. Let me jump to verse 16, and it says, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened up the house of the prisoners? Yeah, so the whole world is going to come against you and point the finger and say, wait a minute, the reason why all this disaster is happening, the reason why everything is wrong in the world, the reason why there's pain and suffering is because you Edomites, yeah, you devils, yeah. Everyone's going to consider thee, yeah. Everyone's going to acknowledge it's you, you're the problem, yeah. Jeremiah 50:23, how is the hammer of the whole earth, yeah, cut asunder and broken? Now is Babylon become a desolation among the nations, yeah. America's at its end. But guess what? They are the hammer of the whole earth. They're the greatest and strongest superpower, which is America. The most military bases. Yeah. It's between them and Russia that have the most powerful weapons, nuclear capabilities. Now, obviously, other countries are getting nuclear capabilities, but the main ones is Russia and America, and in particular, America, man. More so in multitude. Yeah, but they're the hammer of the whole earth, man. Revelations 18 is going to be the destruction of America. Go straight to verse 2. It's called Babylon is fallen. It says, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, behold. Let me start from verse 1. And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, is fallen. Yeah, and that's basically what the red note says, man. The one in Arabic or the Chinese one, whatever. You know, it says destruction to Babylon, right? And this is prophetic. It's written here. Babylon the Great is fallen. It's fallen and it's become the habitations of devils and the hold of every foul spirit and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird, man. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Yeah. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Yeah, people have been spiritually being in bed with America, man, doing deals with America, got rich off America, like China. Yeah, but also the earth has taken on the doctrines of America too. Verse 4, and I've heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Yeah, because the plagues that America is going to get is the destruction, man. Yeah, so the Lord is saying to the Israelites, yeah, and which the elect are going to hear and repent. He's saying, come out of her mentally and spiritually, man. Yeah, stay away from the mentality of the West. Stay away from the mentality of Babylon, America. For her sins have reached up unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities. Yeah, what's one of the most important iniquities? Yeah, they put our people in chains, enslaved our people, man. Yeah? The Most High has remembered that. The Lord doesn't forget. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works, in the cup which she had filled to her double. So America is going to get that judgment that is double, you know, of what is done to us. Yeah. These Edomites are going to get 1,000 years of enslavement, man. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and I am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Yeah, that's the pride of America. We won all the wars back to back. We've never been defeated. Yeah, if it wasn't for us, yeah, you guys would be speaking, German or whatever. You know, that's the pride of Americans, man. Therefore shall her plague come in one day. And it says what? Death. Yeah, isn't that what the note says? Death and mourning and famine. Yeah. And she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord God who judgeth her. Yeah. There's a judgment right there, man. And I'm just going to read this at the end. Concerning America making a lot of enemies. This is a US bombing with all American bombardier. Here is a list of the countries bombed and or invaded by the United States from the end of the Second World War to 2020. There's the list: Afghanistan, Bosnia, Cambodia, China, Congo, Cuba, El Salvador, Korea, Guatemala, Indonesia, Laos, Grenada, Iraq, Iran, Korea, Kuwait, Lebanon, Libya, Nicaragua, Pakistan, Palestine, Panama, Peru, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, Vietnam, Yemen, Yugoslavia. And that's just bombs. Keep in mind there's other things like the CIA doing infiltrations and destabilizing countries, giving countries diseases, silent killings, setting up puppet leaders for proxy wars and American agendas. This is just bombardment, but this is terrific in itself already. Note that these countries represent roughly 1/3 of the people on Earth. Yeah, the US has bombed 1/3 of people on the Earth. Let that sink in. Who on Earth can compete to that? But guess what? The Americans will say this country, that country, they are a bunch of T's. They go, these countries, they'll point the finger. This country's got weapons of mass destruction. This leader is dangerous. These people are dictators. The biggest dictator is Americans, man. They're the big bully, the hammer of the whole earth. They got the greatest influence, greatest firepower, proud. Yeah, everybody looks up to America. This list makes it seem clear that the United States has been as bellicose, which I'm going to get the definition of that in a bit, as any other country in the history of the world. At least it seems clear to non-Americans. See, people are going to be, the non-Americans, the people outside looking in, are going to point the fingers. Of course, as Danny said, America has made a lot of enemies. Less clear are the reasons behind the bellicosity, the reasons that so few Americans realize how bellicose they are, and the reason that so many Americans believe their country to be peaceable and benign, if I'm pronouncing that right. So the Americans think that their country is the most peaceful country. It's hypocrisy. You can read the rest for yourself. Probably goes into in depth of all the operations. Probably. Let me go to that word bellicose. So bellicose meaning, Google. It says demonstrating aggression and willingness to fight. Yeah. So the people that are aggressive are the USA, man. US military. They're the ones always invading countries, infiltrating, dropping off boots on the ground men, foot soldiers. They're the ones that got the most military bases, man. So how can other people be the enemies? Or be this big boogeyman? No, the big boogeyman is America, man. Belligerent, aggressive, hostile, threatening, antagonistic. Yeah. pugnacious, truculent, confrontational, argumentative. Yeah, militant. That's the spirit of Esau. He shall rule, but he shall live by the sword. That's if you're living by the sword, that means you're always on smoke. You're always on sight. You're always ready to attack. You're trigger happy. You can't wait to press the big red button and drop bombs. That's the spirit of Esau America, man. Anyways, with that, all praise be to Yahweh, Bashim Shah, Bashim Kadash. Hope you've been edified. Shalom.